So I'm recording today's video from home. I'm off to see my godson Eli. It's his 3rd birthday today. I've bought him some books, one being Barry the Fish with Fingers, which has a book and CD read by Rick Mail. And interestingly enough, this actually ties really well in with an email that I got last night from a gym owner who said to me, Miles, I can't seem to get my staff to communicate with members in the way that I would like. And so I said, what do you mean specifically? He said, they don't seem to talk to them in the same way that I do. And I knew exactly where he was, I'm just going to close my email, I knew exactly where he was going with that. If you're unfamiliar with this, in the world of neuro-linguistic programming, which is something that I've trained in, this is gym lesson number 1, which is what we call the communication model. The communication model states, and I'm going to bring it back to Barry the Fish with Fingers in a second. The communication model states that when we interact with another person, only about 5% is the words that come out of our mouth, so just the words. 35% is our tone of voice, so the way my voice goes up and down in pitch. And the other 55% is our body language or our physiology, the way that we kind of carry ourselves. And this is really interesting because this, I think, really relates well to Barry the Fish with Fingers. But to be specific, storytelling or films or whatever. Because a lot of maybe the best films that you've watched or the best stories that you've read, maybe when you were little, you think back to a time when you read a story by that brilliant granddad or grandma that was always really good at telling you stories. Maybe you asked them to tell you a story every single time. And maybe you didn't think about it until now, but in actual fact, the reason why you probably asked that specific person to tell you a story, or maybe as an adult, there's a reason why you watch a particular TV show. Maybe you love In-Betweeners, maybe you hate In-Betweeners. If you love a particular style of television or drama or films or Barry the Fish with Fingers, then 90 times out of 100, the reason that is because of the delivery of the message rather than the actual message itself. So what I mean by that, I'm going to give you an example. So if I delivered this video for you right now with just words, hi, I'm Miles of Miles More Members, and I'm going to teach you how to deliver yourself with more enthusiasm to get more members. It's horrible, right? It's awkward. It's just, you straight away felt awkward, right? Because I felt awkward doing that. So delivering with just 5%, if you're a person who is now kind of like, shit, I do that, then you've got to be aware of that there's another 95% that needs to be used. So the other percentage, the other 35%, your tone of voice. Here's an example. Telemarketers. Good telemarketers, like if you ever get a phone call at home on a Wednesday night at 7:30, it's a telemarketer. 9 times out of 10, you can't wait to put the phone down on them. But every now and then, I don't know about you, but I had a telemarketer a few weeks ago who I just wanted to talk to him. I didn't want to buy what he had to offer, but I felt compelled to stay on the phone. And when I got off the phone, I thought, why was that? Because the product was some kind of insurance, and I didn't want it. But he was nice. He got a nice enthusiasm, and he sounded genuinely interested in me and was trying to actually find out whether I needed this product rather than just selling it to me, And I put this down to tonality. This person had a tonality that was warm, that was enthusiastic, that was friendly. Hopefully, I'm showing sort of a difference now in my voice by kind of, my tonality, you're probably noticing is kind of going up and down just slightly, not too, kind of American on you, but, it's kind of, it's going up and down. And, if I wanted to make a really serious point right now, I would maybe drop my voice down. Maybe I would even slow my voice down. Maybe I would pause in between my points because the point I was making now is so important that if you really listen to this point and that you applied it, it'll be the most profound point that I've ever said and that you've ever heard. Or maybe you're trying to convey so much energy and enthusiasm for your personal training that you need to just kind of raise the energy so high that people are just so inspired by your energy and your enthusiasm for what it is you do, like a kind of Tony Robbins kind of guy. Tonality, tone of voice, so important. When you meet someone, the easiest thing that you can do is when somebody comes in through the door is if their tonality is low, then you need to go a little bit higher, and then gradually, once you've got rapport, you need to raise that further. If their tonality is really high and you come in low, you're going to bring the energy down. You will lose rapport. So be aware of your tone of voice. And the last thing is your physiology, your body language. Now, I'm sat here right now in a chair. If you're sat in your chair right now and you're kind of slumped, sit up for a second. Sit up straight, kind of shake off your shoulders. Do a bit of this. Roll the neck around. Just kind of shake off. And then sit up straight and look back into the camera. Now, how differently do you feel now than you felt when you were kind of watching the video just 10 seconds ago? I know I feel different. My heart rate's going up. It's kind of pumping now. I'm excited. I'm always excited anyway, but I feel enthusiastic. I feel alive, you know. It's so important that we show through our physiology that we're genuinely interested and inspired to talk to someone. You know, there's a reason why, two guys approach a woman at a bar, one gets shot down and the other one doesn't. Let's say they both went over and said exactly the same thing. What made the difference? The difference was the tone of voice, whether they seemed interested, trustworthy, authentic, whether they had, the ability to kind of laugh at themselves, and how their physiology was. I remember being a teenager, don't tell anyone this, I remember being a teenager and being terrible with girls, and I couldn't work out why, because I had friends who were brilliant. I'll tell you why they were brilliant. Their physiology was good. They were more relaxed than I was. They were more calm. They were more chilled out than I was. I came in like a bull in a china shop. Too much energy, too much enthusiasm, but I was nervous. I was clamming up. I was all tight and kind of rigid and, hi, can I come over and talk to you? It was awkward. Tonality, physiology, so important. If you want to know more about this, then I've got a reel of documents that I can send you. Maybe we can run a half-an-hour session and I can go through this with you in more depth. Just so you know, 12th of November 2014 in Birmingham, I'm running a one-day workshop. See, my body language, tone of voice, kind of all going crazy. I'm running a workshop for just, I think it's 15 people. It's an intimate venue. The room is, you can't swing a cat in there. I'm running a workshop which I'm going to be teaching you how to use the right physiology and tone of voice that gets people inspired to join your club on the day that they walk in through the door, that gets you more personal training clients, those quiet people that just keep themselves to themselves on the cross trainers. I'm going to show you how to get those people to buy your personal training. I'm going to show you how to get those people to join on long-term memberships rather than just training for the day. Get inspired, more energy, more tonality, show more enthusiasm, show people that you really, really care and you really want to help them get results. Have a brilliant day. I'm off to eat Eli's birthday cake. Speak to you soon. Take care.